Is AI going to replace doctors? Is a robot going to be the next surgeon? Will I have to look for a job at McDonald's? Well, recently Elon Musk said a few things about medicine, the future of robots and surgeons, and I'd like to talk a little bit about this today. And for that, let's watch what he said.
When do you think Optimus will be a better surgeon than the best surgeons? How long for that?
3 years.
3 years. Okay. Yeah. And by the way, that's
I'd say 3 years at scale.
Yes.
All of a sudden, there'll probably be more Optimus robots that are great surgeons than there are all surgeons on Earth.
And the cost of that. But that's an important statement in 3 years' time.
Yeah.
Because medicine. I mean,
I'm not like absolutely certain, but I'd say if you say like 4 years, I'd be absolutely
certain. If it's 4 or 5 years, who cares? That's still
extreme precision.
Yes.
3 years.
Yes. Better than any. Probably, I'd say if you like. Put a little margin on it, better than any human in 4 years.
Who's in plastic surgery.
By 5 years, it's not even close.
I think your point was medicine is going to be effectively free. The best medicine in the world.
Everyone will have access to medical care that is better than what the president receives right now.
So don't go to medical school.
Yes, pointless.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you... But I would say that applies to any form of education. It's not like some... I do it for social reasons.
Yeah.
You're not going to medical school.
If you want to hang out with like-minded people, I suppose.
Okay, so that was what he said, and now I'm going to tell you what I think about it, okay? Knowledge, it doubles every 73 days. So it's humanly impossible to keep up with all the news, all the things. I try to read new things. I try to learn. I'm always trying to read and learn, but it's impossible to learn everything. Whereas AI may be able to do that. So that's one hand of the thing. Another issue is, okay, so you're going to have to do a brain surgery and you go inside and you see this guy there and he's going to operate on your brain and his hands, they don't shake. He's not worried about his children. He didn't have a fight with his wife. He can see better than any human eye. So that's another positive aspect. But where are we today? Because he said 3 years. And where are we today? I like to think of this subject kind of, we think about self-driving cars, like a Tesla. So you have the 0 degree of autonomy, which is you take your 1990 Toyota Corolla and you drive it. And then you have level 1, which would be the equivalent of autopilot. And this level 1 is where we are today. Like fully automated robot, a surgeon robot, that would be a level 5. A level 2 would be like a full self-driving car. But a level 5 is what he's talking about. A completely autonomous robot that can operate on your brain, on your heart. And we are very far from that. Currently, where we are, most of the places, most of the world, we are level 0. It's just the human hand there. Some places, especially US, Canada, Europe, we have this level 1, which is basically the robot helping the surgeon. So for example, you're going to have a knee replacement surgery, and then you have the robot helping you to make the most precise cuts. Also, you have eye surgery, and although the robot does most of the part, you want to have a doctor there who knows what they're doing, who studied a lot to be in that position. So now we're mostly level 0 of autonomy and level 1, which is this robot assisting you. So for prostate surgery, for example, you have the robot there to make it more precise, but the human hand, the surgeon's hand, it is essential. So that's where we are. And there's another thing as well, and that's important. Humans like to connect with other humans. That's probably why you're watching this video right now. You could be watching another thing made from AI, but you chose to be here watching me because humans like to connect with other humans. And if it's like that on this level, a video level, so much more it is when it's about your health. You want to be able to hold somebody's hand. You want to be able to look at them in the eyes. And that, at least for now, the machine cannot do. And I hope your doctor does that for you. And you might think, okay, this is not important. I would rather have precision than holding hands. I can hold hands with my girlfriend, not with my doctor. Okay, but here's the thing. If you are my age or older, you want this kind of connection. Maybe the younger generations, they will be okay having a robot operating on their brains. But at least for me, when I had my eye surgery, for example, I knew that the machine was going to do most of the job, but I went to the best eye surgeon, who was a professor of mine, and she knew what she was doing. She had a PhD on that area. So maybe many, many years from now, this human touch, it won't be important for the newer generations, but at least for me and for older people, I believe this is very important. Another thing that we have to mention, specifically in surgery, it's not always black and white. There are very variables and there are a lot of unknown. For example, you open the patient and then you have an anatomical variation. Something starts bleeding. Humans are more able to work in that uncertain environment than AI. So at least the way that I see things, it's not going to be like AI versus doctors, but more like AI and doctor working together so that they can get the best treatment for the patient. And AI is very important. There's no way of going back. It's like saying, no, it was so much better when we had horses and we would just ride our horses. No, we have cars now. We can ride horses as well, but we have cars now. Oh, it was so much better before they invented that round thing that goes round and round. No, you invented the wheel. There's no way of going back. So to me, and that's something that I'm always trying to learn, is how to use AI to the benefit of my patients. And that's likely the way that's going to be robots, AI working together with humans. One example that's very important is this: the amount of paperwork that your doctor has to do, you have no idea. And AI makes that so much easier. And if you know how to do that, you're saving hours on your weekly basis, hours that you can actually spend with your patients. But this is very important. AI is very good to detect patterns. So, for example, you see an image, you see an X-ray, an MRI, you see a skin tag, and then AI can detect, okay, this is a fracture, this is a tumor, this is melanoma. AI can detect that very well. So this pattern detection, it will make our lives, doctors' life and patients' life much, much better. Another thing that we have to consider is that AI is often referred to as a black box. You don't know exactly how it's thinking there, and not even the people who did that, who developed that AI, not even them know the way that it's thinking, because it's so many layers, and sometimes it just hallucinates. You might have noticed that if you use ChatGPT, Gemini, or any other AI, sometimes it tells you things very confidently and that you know that are wrong, but it seems like the way that they say it, it seems like it's right. And also it can be biased depending on which kind of information that you put there. Those are all cons related to that specific subject. Overall, what I think it's going to be more like this. It's not going to AI, robots, it's not going to replace the doctors, but the physicians who do not know how to use AI, who do not know how to use robots, they will be replaced by those physicians who do know. Now, regarding that 3-year period that Elon Musk referred to, 3 to 5-year period, I really don't believe that's going to happen. But I do believe that in a few decades, maybe 1 or 2 decades from now, there will be robots doing very autonomously some kinds of surgery. I hope you enjoyed it and see you at your next appointment.